I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. If you're a Dora, you already know. You know, it's so funny because I look back at like Dora and Blue's Clues, and I don't think I was the right age to be watching those. All the people that are a fan of Blue's Clues and Dora, I think was still a little bit too old to be watching that. But we was watching it because it was a good show. Is what it is. Hey YouTube, it's Cutt here, and we're bringing you another one. Oh yes. So today we're going to do a movie review of the Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, which is a second movie. Okay, so we're going to get all up into all that. First of all, if you want this shirt or you want this tumbler, see how that work with the straw? See how that work? If you want this, go on down there to my Etsy shop and check it out. Before we get into all the other good stuff, first of all, number one, my ABC book, A is for Artists, is now available. Okay, what do you want to be when you go up by Cutt? It's a book that describes, right? What do you want to be? Because, you know, these dumb kids don't know what they want to be when they grow up. They don't know. So you can teach them that these are the things you could be. Okay, so each letter is a different occupation and how it helps the world. But in the back, we got something new that I added because Amazon is dumb and I had to add extra stuff to the book. But anyway, I'm glad that I did, because in the back is an activity book. And then each letter, right? Each letter, you can write it out. You can write it out without any help, and you could draw yourself as that job. So you could draw yourself as a nurse. You could draw yourself as a mechanic. You can draw yourself as an opera singer. You can draw yourself as a pilot. So A is for Artists is now available on Amazon.com. So go down below and check it out. Okay. For those who already know and don't know, everyone knows my Cutt coloring book is still available, so go ahead and get that down below. But the good thing is I got a free digital version of the book out right now where you can get the free version. This is a temporary thing, so don't get used to it, but you better get it while you can get it, because I don't know how long I'm going to have it up. It might be for a month, might be for 2 months, might be to the end of the year. I don't know. But get it while you can. So this one's not free. You got to buy this. But if you want the digital version of this book, go down to the link below. It says free digital coloring book. Take it. It's free. Get it while you can get it. Do not worry. This is a non-spoiler review. I like surprises. I hope you do too. So we're going to make sure that I don't spoil anything about this movie if you haven't seen it already. Now, before we get started, if you haven't already, do not forget to like, subscribe, push that notification. Oh my gosh, you know, everything's going so smooth. Do not forget to like, subscribe, push that notification button, because we're going to keep bringing this stuff to you. So let's get into it. 10 out of 10. 10 out of actual 10. Animations are hard to give me less than a 9, really, because I love animation. So it really has to be trash for it to get a low number anyway. But this really is a 10 out of 10 movie. So what happened was, I never seen the first one, never seen the second one, because I was like a spin-off movie about Puss in Boots, whatever, I don't care. But then the second one was looking a little good, and I was like, all right, you know, I didn't see it yet. All right, let me watch the first one. I was like, wow, that was really, really good. Watch the second one, even better than the first. Okay, even better than the first. I really enjoyed that. So what's the vibe? So it's actually giving a little bit of Hansel and Gretel, which is on Netflix. Really good animation. Nobody's talking about it because it was just a Netflix animation, but it was really good about Hansel and Gretel and like fairy tale world and lands. It's also giving the style of Intergalactic, although that style is from, everyone pulled from Spider-Verse, because Spider-Verse was such a unique experience. And although, yes, this is pulling from Spider-Verse, I couldn't say Spider-Verse, because Spider-Verse was a lot more graphic, more comic book direction. I felt it was more like this and less like Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles was this on it did its own thing, which I loved, but it wasn't that exaggerated either. So somewhere in between the two, and I would say Intergalactic, it leaned more towards, which was also pretty good. It's not really a kid thing, it's more of adult, but it was a pretty good animation style and everything there. And then of course it is Zorro, literally, because the person who played Zorro here is the same person who plays the voice of Puss in Boots. So obviously it has a Zorro vibes, of course, because that's what the character is kind of like based off of. Should you see this in theaters? If you can, go see it in theaters. Did I see it IMAX? Oh no, I didn't see this in theaters. I saw it streaming because I'm late. But if you could see this in theaters, like, because I'm noticing they bring movies back out. Like they brought Coraline back. I wish I would have went and saw that again while I had a chance. Because Coraline is a mess. It's probably one of my favorite like top 10 movies of all time. I need to do what's my top 10 movies of all time. And that might be in there. But if this does come back out in theaters or something like that, check it out. Because I can imagine this being really great in the movie theaters. I can only imagine. But anyway, watch it streaming because it's on Netflix right now. So go check it out. Do you need to watch the previous movie? Not at all. If you missed the first movie and you just started here, you'll be fine. I think you should watch the first movie because it was good. It is funny. I don't think it's as good as the second movie, but you're able to understand his vibes, his personality a lot more. Although you can get him in Shrek, right? Because that's where this story is a branch off of the Shrek franchise. But it's a whole nother situation. I love it. And I love fairy tale. I love fairy tale themed stuff. Like I love when a bunch of fairy tales are in the same spot. Like that's why I loved Into the Woods so much. Those who, if you really about that life, then you know about the 10th Kingdom. If you about that life, you know about the 10th Kingdom. It was a TV special. It was from a book, but a TV special on NBC or something for like 5 nights or something. It was like 5 episodes, an hour or so each. And that's what that show was about. And I love it to this day. I still will stream it randomly. Anyway, so I love stuff like that. So this is just right up my alley. And I'm actually doing a book pretty soon called The Storybook Traveling Adventures of Little J and the Red Hood. And this one's Little Red Riding Hood themed. I'm so excited. I can't wait to start it. I wrote the book already. I love the story. And I just can't wait to do it. But I'm doing a different style, which is a lot more work. And I got so many other books I'm working on for clients. And it's just, but do time. Okay. I don't know if I put an image up. I don't have any image right now, but I might have did it in post. So, check it out. Okay, moving on. Sorry, I'm getting a little sidetracked here. All right. Directors. This is a pretty easy name. Joel Crawford is the director, and he did a few movies. So he directed The Cruise 2, which I thought was way better than the first one. The first one was good, but the second one, man. The second one was so funny. And then he was the storybook artist for the B movie, for all 3 Kung Fu Pandas, and also Lego Movie 2. I don't know if he was involved with Lego Movie 1, but all these movies are phenomenal. For Kung Fu Panda, the third one's my favorite. The B movie is funny. I'm actually designing some B stuff for a organization right now, and it's really been so much fun to design some B stuff. And like I said, the second movie of Crude is really great. Oh, and I think I like the second one of Lego more than the first one as well. So, they do better. Disney's not the best at second movies, whereas DreamWorks and is this DreamWorks? Universal's? I don't know who these people are, actually. I don't even know if they're all connected or not. Anyway, the point is, everyone else seems to be doing good with second movies besides Disney. Anyway, Disney's gotten better. But back in the day, in the 90s, you'd be like, what the? Why did you try to make us... Just stop. Because you didn't even put no energy in it. You didn't put no love in it. You didn't even do nothing. You didn't even try. You didn't even try to make this movie good. Moving on about these second movies. Okay. The main 3 actors are the best characters of the whole movie. Okay. So you got Puss in Boots, played by Antonio Banderas. It's not my fault, okay? Y'all names is confusing. Okay, so he's Puss in Boots, played, he just so how do you make a cartoon cat with boots so charming, so charming, so suave, so handsome. I love Puss in Boots. I love it. But this character right here, he made it into the unfazed character. I keep saying I'm gonna do it, but I'm really gonna do it this time. I have a list of unfazed characters that are unfazed by their experience. Nothing can penetrate. Either they're super happy, they're super dumb, or super melancholy or nonchalant, that nothing can penetrate them. and he is one of those characters, and he is so cute. They made him seem like he's not cute. Yeah, he's the cutest character in the whole movie. Anyway, and then where's the names go? So that was Salama Hayek, and then here. Oh no, that's her. Right. Oh gosh, I can't even get my right here. She plays Kitty Softpaws. I love it. These three together. Give me another one. Give me another one. Give me 8 of them. Give me 8 of these movies. Okay. So I finally got the villain list up. This is the 15 different types of villains in films. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure some of these don't really belong, but this is a list that I found online, and I kind of like this list. So this is my standard of what type of villains we're dealing with. This movie has 3 different types of villains. Okay. So first, the top one here is the Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. They kind of are just the criminal. And I don't want to give any spoilers away, but it's also in ranking order of most powerful, more vicious, more terrifying. I love this family of loved. I love that. That was lovely. Second tier, he falls under the 2 different ones. This is Jack Corner. This is the purple thumb. Put the thing in the pie or whatever the character is. He serves as the henchman and the mastermind. I said all the time, if the mastermind is the henchman, it's over. They're vicious. They don't care. They have no. There's no moral compass. They are gunning for it. They can fight. They are strong. They are powerful. If the henchman is the mastermind, it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a trouble. Okay, this one's unique. This one is the personification of evil. I'm gonna flat out say he's death. He's literal, actual death. Okay. I've seen a lot of death personified characters in movies and cartoons and stuff. They never really been scary. This man is terrifying. His eyes are terrifying, but he's also not scared. Death is not supposed to be scary. He's scary to Puss in Boots, but death is not scary. So it's something about the way they design him at the end. It's a line that he says that I don't want to say, but it's a particular line Death says at the end for him that really makes you realize he's doing his job. And that's all I can really say about that. We're going to move on. And that's obviously the wolf, the big bad wolf. Great character design too. I'm going to be stealing a little of that because I'm doing Little Red Riding Hood for my book. So I like the way his design. So I'm going to be stealing. What did it say? A good artist takes, a great artist steals. I'm going to be stealing some of the design from him. Okay. What is the message? You only have one life. Live it with meaning, I think, is the message here. Obviously, cats have 9 lives, and that's what this movie is about, is that he's on his last life. And oh my gosh, this movie did make me cry. I forgot all about it. The dog said, this dog is the movie. This dog is the movie. And I don't want to say what he said, but he said something so touching about life. And it was really beautiful. And I don't want to really say because it was a good moment. But the point is that you got to live your life, but you shouldn't, you know, people say, what do they say? What's it called when you only got one life, so live it up? But they use that as an excuse to be wild and be crazy. But it's like, no, why not live it with meaning? Why not live it with purpose? Why not live it with your loved ones and your family? I'm not saying you shouldn't have fun, but live it with purpose, live it with meaning if you can. And that's what this movie is about, or the message, I think. Okay, what could be better? Just give me more. I don't know. I guess in the beginning, because they did change the style. So this style was different than the first movie. The first movie was very Pixar-y, very small colors. And this movie was the new style that we're trying to adapt into our lives that Spider-Verse has caveat and created for all of us. I personally love that style, but everybody loves it. And at first I was a little like, oh man, I don't know if it's as cute. But over time, you're like, wow, this is phenomenal design. But I don't know. I just wanted more. It gave a lot. I just want another movie. That's the only thing I can say because it was so good. I'm dying here. Okay. Cinematography. Like I said, this is one where you don't really use the word cinematography for animation. Like I said, there's always cinematography anytime you record something. But for animation, it's just not the terms you really use necessarily. But the cinematography is phenomenal. The lighting, the camera angles, especially when they are in action, when he's running, there's a lot of run. I think I might have a shot in here. There's a lot of running shots where he's running like real towards the camera, and there's this really distorted perspective. Really, really nice. All that is delicious. We love that. We absolutely love that. Okay. Animation CGI. The animation style is phenomenal. It's really fun. It's still very cute. They're cats and dogs. So we're dealing with 2 cats and a dog on an adventure. I mean, what more can you ask for out here? Anyway. Oh, and this movie is The Wizard of Oz. I always say certain movies are just The Wizard of Oz. This is The Wizard of Oz. One man trying to figure out himself, goes on a journey with some friends, trying to get to, it's a whole thing. There's a wicked witch. I need to do Everything is Oz for this movie because there's Everything is Oz and this movie is definitely Oz. Okay. All right. Music and sound design. I got to pay a little bit more attention to sound and stuff. It's not that I don't. It's just that once the movie's over, I forget. In the moment, I'm always like, wow, yeah. I'm taking it in. But then when it's over, I'd be like, what? So from what I remember, it was good. It wasn't any like music, popular music or anything like that. But from what I remember, it was good. But I think I was so enticed by, this is my favorite character design. He really looked really, 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 really good. His eyes, especially, they have some shots of him because he's deaf. So he don't need to rush. He like, I come to you when I need to come to you. And there's a lot of moments of Puss in Boots, he doing his thing. And then everything like, now I remember. Yes, everything kind of like the sound kind of separates. And it's just him. And then Death is like all the way in the bank. All the way in the bank. Looking at him like, I'm going to get you. Woo! They did it well. They did this character very well, and I really love that a lot. Okay. Oh, this was the music one. My buttons aren't always in the right spot. Okay. World design. They did such a clever thing with the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. If you're a Dora, you already know. It's so funny because I look back at like Dora and Blue's Clues. And I don't think I was the right age to be watching those. I don't think anybody that was watching it, all the people that are a fan of Blue's Clues and Dora, I think was still a little bit too old to be watching that. But we was watching it because it was a good show. Is what it is. Anyway, the map was very clever. Every time someone touched the map, the path would change based upon their attributes. And because the dog is so pure, they decided to go after his path, although the path was so dangerous, but it had a different outlook on life. And the dog is the most important character in this movie. But when it comes to the heart of the movie is this little dog. It's really cute. Anyway, point is, so anyway, I'd use this particular one because it was really beautiful, but there was a lot of different paths that was like in fairy tale land based upon the way the map would change, and these metamorphoses of land was a really, really cool attribute. And when they first did it, I was like, that was just a one-time thing, but they kept doing it throughout the whole movie, and that was the best part. Anytime you do something cool, don't let it be, it was just one little gimmick thing, one little moment thing in the movie, and then we're done. If that was cool, why not make it a thing throughout the movie? And this movie did it. That's why it's a 10 out of 10. And it makes me think about different songs, because there's some songs that I only like the song because of this one part at the end of the song that they fade out. That was the best part of the song. Why is it at the end and why is it fading out? And I got to listen to the whole song. That's okay for me to get to the part I really, really like. Calm down. Okay. Costume design. Really, really great. But I wanted to point out these two particularly because they had such a cool design. I like the hair of Goldilocks, but because her name is her hair, Goldilocks her name is about her hair, and I felt like they kind of pinned her hair up, and it was just like, no, let it be Goldilocks anyway. But her design is really great, and I like two big puffballs. Who doesn't like a puffball? Also, usually puffballs are like for black people, so the fact that they did it on her, it looks really cute. I really love it. And then this cat lady, she's really cute. I love her dress. She's like, I love her outfits with her glasses and her hair. I love it. And it looks better when it's moving, just the way her dress and everything moves. The animation is really, really great about that. I love that. Okay, end credit scene. Not that I remember. I don't think there's. Oh well, wait. Is that the end credit or just at the end? I don't think it's an end credit scene, but it does hint to a third movie, which we'll move on to that. Which is literally this shot right here, which is really beautiful. Looks like a painting. Which hints Shrek. So either, because I heard there's a Shrek 5 in the making, so either they're going to be present in Shrek 5, which is this, or they're going to do another movie that's in Shrek's space but focus on Puss in Boots, which I would prefer because I'm more of a Puss in Boots fan than I am a Shrek fan now. So that would be great, but I just, it's hard to say because, you know, everybody's on strike now, so I don't really know what's going on. I think next year, I don't know about 2024, but 2025 might be a really slow year because there ain't no writers out here. Okay. Conclusion. It's such a good movie. Like, look at his face. He's so cute. I love it. You know, it's a good movie. It definitely was a tearjerker. It was meaningful. It was vivid. It was beautiful. The characters are very fun. The villains are fun. The wolf was a really great villain. All the villains were great. Even the Jack Horner was also really, really good as well. So overall, phenomenal movie. Would watch again. Actually, I started watching it again. And it's just one of those movies that I could see kids binging maybe, you know, over and over again. I'm sure they probably were when it first was coming out. Yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to be doing more movies that have already come out, or I just never, either I never saw it before, or I didn't see it in a long time, and I'm rewatching it with you guys. So just stay tuned for that. Definitely go ahead and get the ABC book. ABC book now available on Amazon. Coloring book now available on Etsy. Digital coloring book is now free. Link down below. And if you have not already, don't forget to like, subscribe, push that notification button because we're going to keep bringing this stuff to you. That's it. What are you doing? I know you're not about to leave. It's mad buttons down there. You ain't pushed on one of them. You better subscribe to my channel. See you soon.